has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Guy Newcomb alongside, and we're going up north to Salisbury High School, home of the Panthers, and head boys basketball coach, Coach Kenny Wyatt. Coach Wyatt, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Coach, off to a tremendous season. Once again, coming off of a state championship a year ago, 18-1 on the season. Kind of tell us a little bit about the season up to this point.
Yeah, well, we got off to a 4-1 start and played the Tuesday before Thanksgiving against a really good New Franklin team and was able to come out with just a 2-point win. But then we ran off 3 straight wins and got ourselves in the championship game of the Centralia tournament, ran up a really good Class 4 team in Hallsville. And their pressure really bothered us. And since then, we ran off 14 wins in a row, a couple of tournament championships at our own place back the first week of January. And then last week, was able to beat New Franklin again for the Sturgeon tournament championship. So at this point, I feel like defensively, we're a really good basketball team. Offensively, we got these 3 guys that are beside me that were part of the state championship team last year that we kind of rely on, but I feel like we're getting some other guys that are starting to step up, especially off the bench, and something that I think, we can get better at, just our half-court stuff when we can't get in transition.
What do you feel like at this point of the season? You're about 75% of the way through the season. What do you feel like, one, that you're doing really well as a team, and maybe what's one thing that you maybe need to work on or tighten up a little bit in order to make another run to that state championship?
Yeah, it's kind of like I said just a second ago. I really feel like defensively, this is probably one of the better basketball teams that I've coached. Probably have to go back to the 2013 state championship team. These guys they're only giving up 36, 37 points a game, and Cooper here's got some good length out front and can cause trouble outside. And their other guards are able to kind of apply some pressure and take some chances because we have, Mason at 6'4" and Hayden at 6'6" back in the paint to kind of clean things up if people get biased. So I really feel like defensively and our ability to get up and down the court and transition, both Mason and Hayden run the floor really well for their size. And so I think that's probably our strengths at this point. But, I think with my experience over the years in postseason, you're going to have to be able to score in the half court to have success. And I think that's the one place that even though obviously we're pretty good at it to be 18-1, I still feel like that's something that we can get better at, just half court execution, because when you get to postseason, you run up against teams that you just won't be able to turn the ball over, or they won't turn the ball over as much. And you're going to have to rely on being able to score in some of your half court sets. And I feel like that's probably the one thing that we have, the definite ability to get better at.
You have your remaining schedule. You're at Fayette. You got three games in a row on the road, which you had Fayette a couple of days ago. Now you've got at Glasgow, at North Shelby, Marceline, Schuyler County. And then you get to go to Hallsville and see them again. What are your thoughts going into your remaining schedule?
Yeah, we got to go to Glasgow Thursday, and they played us a really tough game, the championship game of our tournament, and they're always competitive down there, and they've got one of the better players in the state, and Spindler. So that'll be a good test for us tomorrow. And then we got to go to North Shelby, and then I think we're finally back home again, like you said, against Marceline on Tuesday, and then got to go all the way to Schuyler County on Friday of next week, which I think they're like 17-2 last time I looked or something like that. So they're having a really good year. So we've got some good tests. Got Harrisburg's always competitive basketball team at our place the following week. And then, as you said, we have to have the rematch against a really good Hallsville team the Thursday after that. So our schedule's been pretty competitive for us. We've had some teams that we should handle. And I think one of the positives about this team is if it's a team we should handle, they've been handling them and really knocking them out early. So, but we do, like you said, we got 3 or 4 really good games to get some good basketball teams coming up to close out the regular season.
Coach, you got 3 gentlemen there sitting beside you. Introduce, go one at a time here and tell us a little bit about each individual player.
All right, to my immediate right is Mason Stapleton, and like I said, he was a starter also on last year's state championship team, and uh, got really good size. You know, he's 6'3" and strong kid, really good football player, and he just really gives us a presence physically in the paint. And he's scoring right at 10 points a game, right at 10 rebounds a game. So, you know, he's really stepped up for us this year, and of course, he stepped in and started for us the last part of the season last year also. Then Cooper Francis in the middle there, he's a returning All-Stater from last year. He's having a really good senior year offensively. He's right at 22 points a game and about 5 or 6 rebounds, and just does a lot of things for us. And then we have on my far right Hayden Woolridge, again a starter from last year's ball team, and he's averaged about 12 points a game and 10 rebounds a game too. So, you know, these guys were our core. They're the ones that back. We lost 5 really good seniors off last year's team. We knew we were going to have to count on these 3 guys, and they've really done everything that I would ask them to do. If all 3 of them had a really good game, at the same time, we'd be awful hard to beat. But they've been pretty consistent for us and good leaders for us all season as some of these other guys kind of step up with their new roles on the varsity team.
Well, we'll start with Mason. Mason, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Tell us a little bit about what you feel like your role and responsibility is on this team.
I think get easy buckets down low, do the dirty work. I feel like get rebounds and help bring the ball up the floor whenever they press us. Because we have young guards that are still working on ball handling.
Do you enjoy that physical part of the game?
Yeah, like you said, I like football, so being physical in basketball isn't really a big deal to me.
Very good. Well, tell us a little bit about coming into this season. Obviously, coming off a state championship year, what maybe did you have that same goal to get back to that state championship game?
Yeah, that's always the goal, I feel like. And coming off last year, I knew we had us 3 coming back, and I knew we're going to be a tough team again. So.
Tell us a little bit about this season from your standpoint. You're 18-1 right now. Like I said, Hallsville was the only one to get you early in the season. What do you feel like you're doing right now, or doing well right now?
I feel like our defense is really good. A lot of teams are having trouble scoring down low on all of us, especially with all of our size. And I think our ball handling has gotten better, but we still obviously have things we need to work on.
Coming into this season, were there games maybe on your calendar that you were really looking forward to playing? Maybe it's a rivalry game. Maybe you know someone on the other team. What games did you kind of make that mental check mark by?
First game of the year, New Franklin. Last year, it was our first game, and they got the better of us, and they beat us last year. And so we wanted to start our year off right this year and get them.
Very good. Do you have any specific way that you get prepared for a game, physically or mentally? What are you doing to kind of get ready?
Just listen to music. That's it.
All right. No worries. Well, hey, Mason, I appreciate your time here today. Congratulations on a great start, and hopefully we'll get to visit with you again throughout the season.
Thank you.
And next up, we have Cooper. Cooper, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about what position you play and what your roles and responsibilities are.
I'm the point guard, so I try and get these boys the ball as much as I can, control the offense, and just make sure everyone's on the same page on each and every night.
As that ball gets kicked out to you, or you get a rebound or inbounds or whatever going up the floor, what are some things that you're trying to maybe take advantage of? Are you trying to get down the floor quick? Are you looking for someone? I mean, you don't have to give away any trade secrets, but don't tell me any plays or anything. But what are you looking to take advantage of?
I'm trying to push the ball as much as I can, especially with us 3. It's pretty hard to stop us on a 3-on-2 break or something like that when it's different. But yeah, I like to push the ball as much as we can, play as fast as we can.
Were there games, Cooper, coming into this season that you were looking forward to playing?
Yeah, I would go along with Mason. New Franklin game is always a tough one. They're fun rivalry. Also, West Strand and the K-Rose are pretty fun to play against, but I also enjoy playing against the bigger schools like Hallsville or teams like that.
Very good. All right. Well, Cooper, hey, congratulations on a great start, and best of luck here as you go forward.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Next up, we have Aiden, I believe. Aiden, is that correct?
Hayden.
Aiden. Okay. Tell us a little bit about the position you play and what your roles and responsibilities are.
Well, I'm more of a rebound, stop shots, play defense, move around, stop shots mostly, and rebound.
Are you
Then, yeah,
are you a guy you play with your back to the basket?
yeah,
Do you enjoy that
mostly.
physicality of it?
Yeah, I do. I'm not afraid to run from physicality.
Do you enjoy the pace? Do you like getting up and down the floor?
Oh, yeah. With fast breaks, I'm always trying to run down the court, get up down the court, get a ball, easy bucket. I'm always first back, trying to get first back to the bucket to play defense. Just
Do you
to,
and again, did you have games you were looking forward to coming in?
I was looking forward to the first game, like these two said, New Franklin come out with a win, unlike last year, and we did. Played really good defense, had some problems here and there, but we came out with a win.
Very good. Did you have goals coming into this season, whether personal goals or team goals, coming into this 23-24 season?
My personal goals were just be a better all around player, defensively, offensively, anywhere I can improve on. I'm still working to improve even more now.
And we'll go back and we'll ask all three seniors, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So we'll go back to Mason. Being a senior, have you decided? Have you made plans for next year? I know, this year you're in your second semester. Any plans for attending college, or what are your plans there?
I thought about playing football, but I think I'm just going to go to State Tech, get a trade.
All right. Cooper, same question. Any plans for next year?
Yeah, I'm planning on going to play college basketball somewhere. I still haven't figured that out yet, but trying to narrow it down.
All right. And Aiden, any future plans?
I'm looking around, trying to find schools to play college basketball, but I haven't really gotten many offers or any really. I'm still looking around.
Very good. Well, gentlemen, congratulations on a tremendous season up to this point, and maybe the favorites to go back to back as well. And hopefully, we'll get to see you in Columbia. And if we do, we'll make sure we'll get you on the air again. But thank you so much for your time,
All right. Thank you.
Coach Wyatt. What do you do to kind of get prepared mentally for a game?
Well, I do coach now, so I don't have to teach during the day. So I kind of sit around and stew over getting more nervous than I used to be quite honest with you. So, I just think with this group, you talk about expectations. I think one of the things you have to do as a basketball team is you go through the regular season, you got to kind of enjoy the ride as you go through. I mean, this group obviously has the goal of trying to get back to the Final Four, and that would be great. And I think they also understand that's not going to be an easy task. We've got a really tough district again, and like they've talked about New Franklin a lot, they're in the same district we are, along with West Strand and Glasgow at their place, and so we've got our work cut out for us. I just think you kind of have to enjoy things as go, and we've made the tournament championship tournament so far and won a couple of them, and right now we're in our conference race, and we got a chance, obviously, to get to the 20-win mark. So I think you have to kind of enjoy those little steps along the way. And then when postseason comes, these guys will be ready, and we'll be a tough out for any team. And, we would love the chance, to have a chance to defend our title. But we'll just have to take those things one step at a time.
All right, very good. Well, Coach, again, we're visiting with Coach Kenny Wyatt from Salisbury Panthers head basketball. Coach. And Coach, thanks so much for setting this up. And I know we did this last year and maybe even the year before, but I appreciate you always being generous with your time.
All right, thank you.
You're watching and listening to the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC and Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks. Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks sponsors our Athletes of the Week throughout the season. Keep right here at the Missouri Sports Network.